Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. This is a little bit of a different Friday Power Flow. It's longer, 45 minutes, and I am in my studio, which you've seen me here before with cars going by. But for this class, I'm in my studio, I'm practicing, and I'm teaching other people in the studio as well. So it's a great experience, and I'm excited for you to share it with me. Come onto your mat, and we're going to get started in child pose. On to your mat. And get yourself set up in your child's pose. You can take your knees wide. Let your big toes come towards one another. Maybe they touch. Extending your arms forward. You can let your head land on your mat or block. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale, fill up. And a long exhale, empty out. So feeling the movement of your breath. Letting your shoulders soften a bit. You might notice if there's any tension in your face or your jaw. You can allow that to soften. Feeling your hands, your fingers, some space between your fingers here. Take another big breath in. Then a long breath out. As you inhale, feel your lungs, your ribcage expand. As you exhale, that gentle contraction, tuning into your breath, following your breath, instead of following the stuff that comes up in your head. Take another big inhale, then a big exhale. And here, take your hands a little more forward, lengthen through your arms. Start to lift your hips, tuck your toes under, and come on up into your downward facing dog. If you want to take more time in child pose, you can take more time in child pose, either in place of your downward dog or at any point during your practice. As you set up your downward dog, spread your fingers wide, hands without moving, press down and away. You're creating an upside down letter V shape with your body. You let your head hang down, your heels don't have to touch the ground, but you also don't have to hold them up. And sometimes a little bend in your knees gives you more room to lift out your wrists and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in here, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. On your next inhale, come on forward to your high push-up, your high plank. Shifting forward, lengthening out. You can adjust where you have your hands, you might adjust where you have your feet. And you come into your high plank, you can keep your knees lifted, or you can drop them down for a little more support. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Feel your hips lift. Let your head hang down. Your chest is gently moving towards your thighs. That'll give you lift up your wrists and your shoulders. As you inhale, come on forward to your high push-up, high plank. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come on forward, high push-up. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Here in your downward dog, take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale, make your way up to the front edge of your mat. Set your feet at about hips width distance. And come on into your rag dog. Hanging forward, you might let your hands dangle. You can bring opposite hand into the crook of opposite elbow. That's a nice self-assist. And a big or little bend in your knees. So as much bend in your knees as needed so you can soften into this. If you want to add a little bit of movement, you can add in some movement. You might check in, notice if you're hanging out with your toes, you can soften your toes. Nice, everyone. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. And as you exhale, release your hands. You keep your fingertips with distance. You also want them closer together to touch. Set your feet and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Hands reach high, heart lifts. You can look up, even go back a bit. Take a big inhale. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Set your gaze here. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. You might set an intention for your practice today. We'll celebrate our practice together with the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, take a deep breath in. Let your spine lengthen. You can bring your hands to your shins. Maybe they come on your mat or even just dangle. Low belly draws in and up, and even press through your feet here. Take a deep breath in, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up, lift and reach, lengthen, fold forward, exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift. Flat back, inhale, now bring your hands down to your mat, step back to your high push-up, your high plank. You can have your knees lifted or lowered here. Fingers spread wide, strong through your core, take a deep breath in, move forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can also drop your knees here for a little more support. Untucking your toes, big breath in, upward facing dog, maybe adding your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog, or add in your child's pose. Set your gaze to one unmoving point, or close your eyes. It helps with focus. And tune into your breath. Take a big breath in, then a long breath out. A big inhale, then a big exhale. Nice, everyone. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet. Halfway lift. Inhale, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand all the way up. Lift and reach, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands down to your mat, stepping back to push-up, moving forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up, elbows squeezing in. Still moving forward. Upward facing dog, cobra or low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in, fill up. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. Fill up, lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up to low push-up, exhale. You can step or jump back. Upward dog, take a full breath in, shoulders down and back. Downward facing dog. Take a long breath in, and a long breath out. Taking your time to move through your practice, taking one breath at a time. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Once more. Rise up. Lift up. Reach up. Now chair pose. Utkatasana. Put a bend in your knees. You can reach your hands high. You can work with your hands at your heart. Your feet can be together or apart. Maybe your body's a little more in your heels here. Toes are soft. And let your feet be straight, so your big toes just a little bit closer together than your heels. Whether you extend through your arms or bring your hands to your heart, you can soften your shoulders. Belly draws in up. Take a really big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. It can be a big step, and you rise up. It can be that you step up, rise up, and then add in some space, wiggling your front foot a little more forward. Right foot is flat and straight. Right knee tracks over ankle. You can reach your hands high. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze here or close your eyes, setting your gaze to one unmoving point. Helps a lot with the physical balance, helps with focus. And there's physical balance involved even when you have 2 feet on your mat. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana. Step up, rise up. Again, setting your feet, maybe adding in some space, front to back, so you have a long stance. You can add in a little bit of space right to left, and that might give you some room to even out your hips, letting your left hip come back and your right hip come forward. Grounded through your front foot, left knee tracks over ankle. Connect through your back foot, lift and lengthen through your back leg. And then feel like you have some room to lift up out of your hips, lengthen through your spine, the sides of your body. Hands higher at your heart, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in. As you exhale, hands down to your mat. Step back, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Or your child's pose. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. If you're holding your heels up, let them soften down. It's releasing unnecessary tension as you notice it. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Set your feet. Sit down. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Left foot spins flat. Rise up. Reach up. Exhale. Hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1. A light step, but with intention. Reach up. Exhale. Hands come back down to your mat. High push-up to low. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. A big breath in. And a long breath out. You can add in child's pose at any point during your practice. You can add in variations. You may customize. Adapt your practice so that it works for your body. The pace of the flow, absolutely, let it be yours and feel for, as best you can, matching movement with breath. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit down. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Step up. Rise up. Add in your warrior 2. Adjusting your feet so you can take up a little more space. Front foot still flat and straight. Bending your front knee, tracking over your front ankle. Shoulders tracked over hips. Lengthening out through your arms or working with your hands at your heart. And as you set your gaze here, you can set it out over your front middle finger. Might work better for your neck and shoulders to turn your head to the side. Sometimes trying to set your gaze is challenging. It might work better to close your eyes. You can feel it out. Back foot is flat. Back leg is long and strong. Strong through your core, tall and upright in your upper body. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Keeping that big bend in your front knee, spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Left hand can land lightly on the back leg. Maybe it comes to your low back, or even finds its way to the top of your right leg as a self-assist. Lifting from your right hip, lengthening through your right side body. Lengthening through your right arm, all the way out through your right fingers. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Hands come all the way down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Rise up. Warrior 2 here. Now check in with your feet. So as you transition from warrior 1 to warrior 2, Notice the movement of your feet, and then intentionally setting your front foot flat and straight makes it simpler to track the knee over the ankle. Back toes point towards the side of your mat. Maybe they spin a little bit forward. You might find yourself still transitioning from all that stuff going on in your life, going on in your head, to just being in your body, in this breath, right here, right now, being in your strength and your power. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Even as you lift your arms, you let your shoulders soften. Left knee tracking over left ankle. Notice if it rolls into the right. Just a little adjustment, guide it. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And let your breath guide you back into alignment, whole being alignment. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Again, finding a place to land your right hand, staying active and engaged through your back leg, so there's lift here. Dipping into your front knee, lifting from your left hip. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Hands all the way down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Downward dog or child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Once more, deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Back foot is flat. Rise up. Add in your warrior two. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Now side angle. Right elbow lands lightly on the right leg. Left arm extends up to the sky. Your right elbow could act as a little bit of a self-assist to keep your knee tracking over your ankle. Ground it to your front foot, but also connect it to your back foot so you have an even connection, equal support here front to back. Your breath is balanced and even. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Take your top arm, lengthen it forward. Left arm tracking over your left ear. Palm down, fingertips forward. And you can keep your right elbow where it is, or you can slide your right hand down inside, maybe outside the front foot. Your hand doesn't have to touch the ground. If you want a little bit of lift, right hand to your right ankle is a nice assist. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Take your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back. Here, coming into your half bind, right elbow, right leg, left arm behind your back. Or you can play around with your full bind. Right hand slides under the right leg. Your hands may or may not connect. Right, still long and strong through your back leg, long through your spine and the sides of your body. Left shoulder gently rolling back. Your chest opens. Long, deep, balanced breath. A big inhale. And a big exhale. A full breath in. And a long breath out. Notice if you start to hang on unintentionally with your toes, soften here. Reach your top arm up. From here, both hands come down to your mat. Spin to the ball of your back foot. Step your back foot in halfway, a third of the way. You're setting up for a forward fold. Wiggle your right foot a little to your right. Hands can be on either side of the right foot. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold over your right leg as you exhale. So hands can be on your mat, maybe blocks. If it works better, hands can come to the right leg. And as you come into the forward fold, you can add a bend, big or little, to one or both knees. If you're coming into the forward fold, let your head drop. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keeping your feet as they are. Strong core, rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands high. Now eagle, left leg wraps up and over, and your left arm wraps under Garudasana. As the left leg comes over, the left foot can touch down, dangle. Maybe it hooks behind your standing leg. Wrapping your arms, left arm under. If that doesn't work, opposite hand to opposite elbow is a nice option, or hands at heart. Long and upright through your spine. You can sit a little lower by playing around that bend in your standing knee. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Gaze at one unmoving point. Drishti will support you as you balance on one foot here. A balanced breath, that will support you as well. So, especially if you notice that you're hanging out with your breath. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. On your next inhale, and wrap, release. Reach all the way up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up, 2 low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward dog, or child's pose. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up, 2 low push-up, exhale. Elbows squeeze in, upward dog, a full breath in, downward dog, breath out. Left foot steps forward, warrior 1. Come up, rise up, reach up, add in your warrior 2. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Your left elbow now lands lightly on your left leg. And your right arm reaches up to the sky. Notice how you land your left elbow. It can land, it can offer support. You don't have to collapse down into the elbow or the shoulder. You can gently lift up, especially paying attention to your top arm lengthening, paying attention to your breath, a big inhale, and a big exhale. Here, extend your top arm forward, lengthening through your whole right side body, your arm tracks over your ear, your palm is down towards the ground. You can keep your left elbow where it is, or you might slide the hand down towards the ground. Left foot stays flat and straight. If your knee has started to roll to the right, use your elbow to bring it back into alignment. A long breath in, and a long breath out. Reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back. Here, your half bind, or play around with the full bind. You can use your breath to bring you back into alignment. You practice your intention to bring you back into alignment, into your strength and power, but also into ease and joy. Take a long breath in, and a long breath out. Really nice, breathe in, and breathe out. Here, reach your top arm up. Both hands come down towards your mat, spinning to the ball of your right foot. Step your right foot in halfway, a third of the way. Take your left foot a little to your left, setting it to a forward fold here. Hands on either side of the left foot, your mat block or the leg. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold over your left leg as you exhale. So again, the option to soften one or both knees. Put a little lift under your hands. Let your head drop. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Grounding through your feet, strong core. Come on up to stand. Hands reach high, lift and lengthen. Eagle, right leg now wraps up and over, Garudasana. And your right arm wraps under. You can wrap your legs first, then your arms and then your legs. And again, different variations, little and big. Feel your body, feel your breath. Here, notice if you can bring your right hip, right shoulder back a bit to even out. Long and tall through your spine, from your tailbone up to the crown of your head. And then maybe some room to sit a little bit lower, bending into your standing knee, a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. On your inhale, and wrap, release. Reach all the way up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Upward dog. Take a deep breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a full exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, big breath in. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Set your feet. Feet are even. They can be together or apart. Bring your hands to meet evenly your heart. Hips down and back, shoulders roll back, heart lifts up, a big inhale. Now twist to your right. Left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. So your elbow might not make it to the outside of the leg. It might land between your legs. Maybe it hovers. Your feet are even. You can notice if your left knee creeps forward. Maybe you can draw it back, even out. Here, hips lower than your chest. You can feel for lifting your chest, lengthening your spine. You can keep your hands together, or you can open up. Left hand reaching for the ground. Right arm can extend straight up. If you want to stick in a side crow, you can stick in a side crow here. Take one more big breath in. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance. And with your first two fingers, your peace fingers, catch hold of your big toes. You might bend your knees to do this. Halfway lift as you inhale, long spine. And drop into your forward fold. So it doesn't work to hold the toes. Hands can dangle or come to blocks. Here again, putting a big or little bend into your knees. Softening into the pose, softening to the moment. Strong connection with your breath. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Here, release your toes. Walk your feet closer together or to touch. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Feet are even. You can check in with that. Bring your hands to meet evenly at your heart. Sit a little bit lower. Chest stays lifted. A big breath in. Now twist to your left. Right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. And again, the elbow might not make it to the outside of the leg. It might land between your legs. Feel that you've set your feet. Feel that you have made it onto your mat today. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. That's no small accomplishment. Hands can stay together, or they can separate. Side crow is an option. So showing up, breathing, engaging, being present. Give yourself some credit for this. Take one more deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet to about hips width distance. Here, bend your knees a lot. Rest your torso on your thighs. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can always put a towel or strap between your hands to give yourself some room. Let your shoulders roll back. Knuckles press back, arms lengthen. Your chest peels up, almost like your upward dog. Take a big breath in. And then with your fingers interlaced, start to fold forward. So your hands come up and over for the shoulder rinse. If it doesn't work to have your hands interlaced, you can simply let them dangle. Weight of your body here might come a little more forward into the balls of your feet. Nice. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, release your hands. Walk your feet closer together to touch and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Hands high, heart lifts. Draw your hands to your heart. Set one foot as your standing foot. And come on into your tree pose, Vrachasana. Set your standing foot, set your gaze. And your lifted foot can land really low against the ankle. Maybe you play around with bringing it higher. You can place it on your inner thigh. Hands can stay at your heart. Come out to the sides or extend up overhead. Connect down into your standing foot. Lift up through your standing leg. And let your lifted knee open to the side. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, gently release. Pause. And make your way into it on the other side. Right, setting your standing foot, setting your gaze. You can usually feel your lifted foot press against the standing leg. Find an equal press back, an equal connection. Nice, really engage the standing leg, beautiful. Shoulders can soften down. Whatever hand, arm variation you like, take a big breath in. And a long breath out. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, both feet to your mat, hands reach high, lift up, fold forward, exhale. Take your feet wide, outer edges of your mat, and come on down into your squat or Malasana. You can stay higher with your elbows on your legs. As you sit down, your feet may or may not be flat. You might find as you bring your hands together, you can draw your hands towards the center of your chest, shoulders roll back, elbows gently pressing to the insides of the knees so you get an assist in the heart opener or hip opener. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Set your gaze or close your eyes. A big inhale and a big exhale. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. As you exhale, sit down and come on into Navasana, boat pose. Feet can be flat with arms forward. You can start with bent knees, hands behind your legs, shoulders roll back. Low belly draws in and up. You might extend your legs, and then you can extend your arms forward or up overhead. Deep breath, strong core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to a hover hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Come on to your mat, flat on your back. Set your feet at about hips width distance. And on your inhale, lift your hips up for your bridge. Feet at about hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider. As your hips come up, you can feel your knees track over your ankles. Long through the sides of your body, arms and hands can be alongside. You might interlace your fingers under your low back, wiggle your shoulders under. Connecting down through your feet, feet without moving, press down and away. Hips lift, chest lifts. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Legs are active. It's as though you're squeezing a soccer ball between your knees. So notice if they start to fall out or fall too far in, you're going for balance. Allowing yourself to come back into balance. A balanced breath, a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, come down if you want to come down. Lower slowly, intentionally. Adjust your feet as needed. And come back up. Come back up for a bridge, any variation. You can set up for your wheel, your back bend, any variation. Right, grounded through your feet. Strong connection down. In your bridge, wiggle your shoulders under. Nice, active legs. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Come onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop out to the sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a big breath in. Here you might open your mouth and empty out. Allowing your jaw to relax. And your face soften. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Draw your knees to your chest, give it a squeeze. And come on into your happy baby. Take your knees wider than your torso. Here, lengthening your spine. You can grab the backs of your legs and gently draw down. If you have the room, you might reach up, grab the soles of your feet and draw down. So really lengthening from your tailbone out to the crown of your head. If you want to add in a little side to side movement, you can. You might extend one or both legs. You have some room to play around and make it yours. Not just this pose, but your whole practice, your day, your life. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Bring your knees back to your chest and squeeze. Start to find some forward and back movement and make your way back up and into your boat pose once more. Bend knees, straight legs, any arm variation you like. Shoulders back, heart high. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. Whether you move through your flow or just step back. If you want to add in a tabletop, a child's pose, absolutely you can. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Here in your downward dog, bring your feet together. Walk them an inch or two closer to your hands. Extend your right leg up to the sky for your three-legged dog. Let your head hang down. With your right leg lifted, begin to bend your right knee forward, your down dog hip opener. Nice. And then if you want to flip your dog, you can let the foot pull you over. Take a breath or two. And come on into your half pigeon, rolling your hip down, guiding your right knee forward towards your right thumb. Left knee drops. You can walk your left leg back behind you for some length. Sometimes you have room to guide the right foot to the left and forward. Even out your hips. Lengthen and fold forward. And if this variation just doesn't work, you come onto your back. Right foot across the left leg, maybe lift that left leg. Different variations, they look really different. But the benefits are the same. Letting the practice meet you where you are. That's when you get the most benefit. So you're not pushing or forcing in your body, you're breathing, exploring. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Strengthening, but also softening. Take a big inhale. And right here, allow yourself to empty out. Releasing your breath. The opportunity to release distraction. Come back to where you are. The opportunity to release unnecessary tension. A long inhale. And a long exhale. Really, just taking it one breath at a time. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Set your hands on your shoulders and make your way back to your downward facing dog. And you can add in movement here, add your breath, check in with your foundation, check in. Bring your feet together a little bit forward, take your left leg now to the sky. So you have your three-legged dog on this side, let your head drop. Left leg lifted, bend the left knee. Down dog hip opener. You can flip your dog on this side. Let the knee lift up. You're lifting up out of your wrists and your shoulders. And from here, half pigeon, rolling the hip down, guiding your left knee now forward towards your left thumb. Walk your right leg back behind you so you have some length on this side. Sometimes there's room to bring the left foot to the right knee forward. Evening out your hips, lengthening, and coming forward. So again, you have the option to set up the variation on your back. Let your head come to land. If not on your mat, then you can put your hands under your head or block, just so you don't have to hold your head up. Tuning back into your breath, especially if you've wandered off somewhere in your head or just not been paying attention. Choose what you want to pay attention to. That's a huge piece of this practice. You choose to pay attention to your breath, your intention, taking care of yourself. still holding yourself up, can you soften a bit? And then sending your hands under your shoulders, beginning to lift up, sweep your back leg forward, and lie down on your back. Draw your knees to your chest, and you can make your way onto your back in whatever way works for you. Knees to your chest, drop them over to your right for your twist. If you like a different variation of twist, you can add that in here. Knees come back through center, and take them over to the other side, switching your twist. And then come on back to center. Give your knees a squeeze, any last poses or adjustments that feel right. And set up for your Shavasana. You can take your legs out, arms and hands alongside. You might take your legs up against a bench or a wall. If you want a little more support for your low back, you can plant your feet at the outer edges of your mat, let your knees fall in together. You can softly close your eyes. Keep your eyes open, let go. Let your gaze soften. Take a really big, deep, full breath in here. And empty out. gently move into your body. Wiggle your elbows side to side. When you're ready, knees to chest. You might roll to one side, make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Close them together with a single Om. Inhale. Draw your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this practice today. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your friends. I'd love to hear what you think, how this practice, this Friday Power Flow, felt for you today. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.